Hello and welcome back everybody, DL here, and I'm finally back with more videos. I'm done with my little trip with family, and I apologize for no video yesterday. I did get, unfortunately, very sick after the flight, and I was out of commission for that day. But now I'm back. I mostly just have sore abs. That's about it now, but feeling mostly better, so hopefully let us just jump into more videos, because as we know, we have Gala. Yay. So do keep in mind, before I even start this, or before I even talk about this, alright? 3.5 Annie is right around the corner. Alright? It's like right here. Next month we're going to get all the information and all that, so do bear that in mind before you do anything. So without further ado, let's just jump into what this Gala is going to showcase, alright? So first of all, we're going to have humanoid Zoro York making his debut here. So now we have all 5 humanoids in the game. Nice. And Gala Elysium is going to be the Gala Dragon. Oh boy. Yay, finally getting Elysium. Finally getting him. So that's hype, but now let's jump into what all these units do. So, Human Zoro York is going to be a close-range mana caster, and this is some pretty scrunched up text actually. Jeez, that's pretty scrunched. But regardless, he's cool. Don't get me wrong, he does look really damn cool. So now, as of what he does, he will grant the user 3 stacks of the Malevolent Rush effect. It will grant the user a 3rd attack in their standard attack combo. This attack will consume 1 stack of Malevolent Rush, dispels 1 enemy buff, and if dealt from damage directly next to foes, applies Spite. So Spite will have 5 levels. And about every stack will increase the amount of time it will last, so that is always good. So you just really have to be careful when you do apply the next level of Spite. That way you can try and make it last as long as possible. 4.3, I think that's a little bit on the high side, but oh well. So it's pretty much managing your 3 stacks in order to last. But then once when you hit Spite 4 or Spite 5, you should be fine. Now, however, I don't know how the AI will treat him because of the fact that you need to be next to the foe in order to properly use this. Being that he's close range, it shouldn't be that hard, but this is obviously something we will need to see in order to see if he's an AI or a main unit. Moving to the shared skill, this is going to be shareable. It will deal Shadow Blight, and if this does hit, if the enemy has Spite, it will do a bonus damage based off of the effect's level. And this will also ignore enemy defense. That is very good. But alright, it's a 1.5 mod, and it will go up to another 1.5, so being a 3k mod. Nice. And it also has 9k SP, so it is kind of steep, but oh well. And the shared skill, it will only be of the 7.3, so what I assume that it will be the Shadow Blight. I don't know. Oh, no, yes. I assume it will only be this part right here that will be shareable, being the Shadow Blight and damage. Ignoring enemy defense and the Spite stuff, that will be only limited to Zoro York, so that's fine. Standard gauge accelerator for the co-op, and the chain co-op will be team strength amp equals blindness res 100%. That is always good to have on hand. So now we have Shadow Worm's nature, obviously cannot be cursed, and also increases damage to enemies with Spite by 15%. So he just has a built-in Punisher that is unique to him. That is always going to be good because you can still have dual Punisher on top of this and even bleed as well. So he can really start to ramp up his damage. Always good. And also when shapeshifting for the first time, he will become Zoro York. And second time onwards will be High Zoro York. That is standard at this point for these dragons. Very nice. Except for Midgard because he's free, but oh well on that. And also, after using the user's first or second skills, it will grant a team strength amp with a max team of level 1. So he is actually a little bit of a team amp spammer. not bad at all. Definitely not bad at all. So that's going to be really, really good. Cannot wait for that one. He does have standard paralysis res, so that's where his team amp blind res will come in handy. And also we have a spectral counter 2. When the user takes damage, feels 10% of their dragon gauge, and if they already have shapeshifted at least once, it will create a spectral fire where they took damage. It will detonate after 3 seconds, dealing damage to surrounding enemies and applying spite as well. So it does have a second way to apply spite. Just need a slightly face tank, then just wait, but you do need to transform the one time. And this is tied to a 50-second cooldown, so pretty much when it comes to his spite stuff, just be careful with it. That's all I can ever say about this. Just be careful with the spite stuff, right? Because this is where he will excel, and this is where mana control will be really, really good. So just keep that in mind. But as for him overall as a unit, it does seem solid. It does seem like a pretty solid unit. Good strength amps, which will always be beneficial. He will has a unique Punisher. Will always help him get out even more damage. Really will help him as well. And beyond that, I think he's good beyond that. Like, he's definitely not a must summon. Definitely not. Like, none of these humanoid dragons, none of them have been must summon worthy, in my opinion. Computer, can you stop that? I'm sorry if you heard that. My computer just yelled at me. But I would say he's good. That's about it. Just if you have meta dark units, you don't need him. But is he cool? Yeah. More likely manual control, but he's still pretty good as is. So now we move on to probably what Evan's been looking forward to in this video, Gala Elysium. First of all, his art is on point. Like, holy shit. Love his artwork. Looks absolutely amazing. I'm definitely going to use this for a thumbnail or two. Absolutely. So first of all, we have his skill being Holy Bastion. So it will reduce damage taken by the entire team. Gives them a Divergent Shield, Team Defense Amp, and a Team Critical Damage Amp. Now, one thing to really keep in mind is that damage reduction, it'll be 50% for 30 seconds. This is insane. This is insane because this could potentially open up auto comps as well, being that people can literally just face tank everything. This is going to be broken. Divergent Shield is always nice. 50% of max HP, always good. And also, the fact that the Team Defense Amp is tied to a level 3 is great, but also, Team Critical Damage Amp is also tied to a level 3. This is the first case we have Critical Damage Amp beyond the level 1. Alright? And also, in light existing right now, we have Komodo not. Alright? This is going to potentially make Critical Damage Amps broken beyond belief. Really, really strong potentially. Alright, we also need to see this in practice, but this could be really good. This could be incredibly strong. Maybe more built toward co-op, but most people are spamming Nyx anyway. So do keep that in mind. So, now we have what makes Elysium really dumb good. Alright, so we have HOLYWYRM's Grace 5, right? So, if the user is attuned to light, increases strength by 60%, defense by 30%, and HP by 30%. So that already is pretty solid, pretty versatile, and grants one of the following additional effects based off of the user's unit type. Alright, so attack, it'll be strength by 30%, defense will be strength, defense, and HP by 15%. A support will increase skill gauge fill rate by 30%, and healing will be HP by 30% and skill gauge fill rate by 15%. So literally, when it comes to Elysium right now, he is going to be the most versatile dragon in the entire game. Alright, just because of this ability right here. So if you need something for healers, he can fill that. If you need something for supports, he can fill that. If you need something for attacks, he can fill that. He can fill about everything very well. This is a jack of all trades ability right here. That's what this is. This is a jack of all trades. This is really, really dumb strong. But then also he gets a little crazier, alright? So HOLYWYRM's Judgment 2, alright? So it'll fill 50% of the Dragon Gauge at the start of quest and extends shapeshift time by 100%, but doubles the amount of energy required to shapeshift. So think of this like Bahamut, alright? Very easy to think about there. It will also grant the user a Dragon Strike while shapeshifted. This Dragon Strike deals damage to enemies, sure, whatever. And also the maximum amount of the Dragon Gauge that abilities can fill at the start of quest will be limited to 50% for the entire team. So this is pretty much a Bahamut thing right here, alright? Elysium is literally a light version of Bahamut. Kind of saw that coming, but whatever. But overall, Elysium is so damn flexible. Alright, Elysium is very, very flexible. He will definitely find usage under the support category, in my opinion, being that we don't have a DPS skill haste. Mainly Isaac, I can see being like the main thing, and I know Shell is support type, but however, because of him giving something to the appropriate unit type, some units do unfortunately get shafted here because we'll say, for example, they do a lot of DPS, but they're categorized as a support, for example. I think Anni fits under this category. I didn't check her before this. I did see someone talking about her though. But for a case like that, Anni will get shafted just a little bit because she's obviously meant to do damage nowadays, and it's like, well, she supports, so Elysium can't exactly support her. So something like that is where that can really hinder stuff. And for example, even on the strength units, it'll be 90% strength. So he's not overtaking what is currently like the best strength setups for dragons. So like Reborn Jean, Nyx, even Nyx has an AI, and like Cupid, for example, he's not outdoing those. You will get the most usage of him is if you can abuse his critical damage amp and always crit. That's pretty much where he's going to shine the most, and also make you have survivability in content that where you're much squishier in. That's where he's truly going to shine. But I still think he's going to be a really damn good unit. You can still future-proof yourself for content, and I feel like he's definitely going to be a future-proof. A lot of people mentioned light Gauntlet. That's probably where he's going to get the most usage. But as for my thoughts on whether or not you should summon for Elysium, because let's face it, you'll be summoning for Elysium rather than Zoro York. But to talk about that, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, we have 2.5 Anni right around the corner. All right, it's literally 1 month away. We'll be getting more information into this month, which is 2 days. And more likely a digest probably about halfway through March. So this is bait. This is obviously going to be bait for 2.5 Anni. More than likely, they're going to have what they did on Anni's, to as where you're going to get multiple Gala stuff, more likely multiple Gala banners. So if you skip now and wait till next month, you are more likely not going to miss much. And this is why I say more than likely, because they could not do anything and just say, all right, just Gala banner. There you go. So that's why I'm more likely going to be summoning now, for that chance that's more than likely not. And also because it's a dragon, you're going to be seeing him coming back more times than not. All right, you're going to see Elysium be coming back, whether that be remixes or even during, fourth Anni. You're going to see him coming back. So you can skip and be fine, but denying how versatile he is very versatile, very flexible. So he's going to be good for you starting players who don't have much and kind of need roles filled more easily. Elysium will be very good for that reason. But for a veteran player, you can skip him a little bit more easily. So that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully you guys are excited for both of these, because boy oh boy, this is going to be quite the banner. And also, we don't have Pia yet. All right, so Pia will more likely be a prize showcase following this banner, so do keep that in mind as well. And until next time, maybe tomorrow, later today. You'll see me later today. So I'll see you all then, I guess. Bye.